Welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us. I'm Teresa Aronson from the St. Lucie County Chamber of Commerce, and you are watching Sunrise Spotlight. This is a TV show. It's a collaboration with the City of Fort Pierce, FPUA, and of course the St. Lucie County Chamber of Commerce. It is the third Thursday of every single month. It's a free event. It's open to the public. Come on down to the SLC TV studios. Join our audience as we enjoy refreshments from PP Cobb. Today we have homemade arugula and some nice hot coffee, and we'd love to have you join us as well. Please welcome, of course, my partner in this show, my co-host, my friend, Mr. Nick Mims, the city manager of the beautiful city of Fort Pierce.
Hello, hello.
Welcome.
Pleased to be here again.
Always nice. I know, it feels like we just did it.
I love it.
But it's always a nice way to spend a Thursday afternoon.
Absolutely.
I know it.
With you.
I know.
Yes.
We always have fun.
Yes.
I was admiring your new shirt.
Oh, well, thank you. It's purple.
It is very purple.
Yes,
It is a beautiful shade of grape.
Yes.
And I like it.
Purple's my favorite color.
But this is very fancy touch there. You guys are fancy.
No, not really, but I enjoy it. Sometimes I forget who I am, and I have to look.
About 3 on a Friday. It's like, oh, yeah. Does anybody know where I live?
Yes, sometimes, yes.
Well, we have a full show today. I know you brought some great guests, and we're going to visit with FPUA, who is our sponsor, our partner with this show. But tell us a little bit about what's going on in the city before we get started.
I tell you what. Fort Pierce, once again, every time we come on this show, I tell you about all the wonderful things that are happening in Fort Pierce. And I just have to tell you that we've got more and more stuff happening. Yeah. Now, typically in the summer, there's a lull in some of the cities in Florida, but not here in Fort Pierce. We've got events, we've got just a fantastic community engagement. Starting September 1st, our staff is going to be at Farmers Market, downtown Fort Pierce, because we want to gain input from the community about the King Plant redevelopment. So we're going to be down there, and we're going to have some iPads, we're going to have some refreshments, we're going to be walking around, talking to people to find out what do you want to see at the King Plant site. Yeah,
because you're going back out to for proposals on that property, and we really want to tighten up what we want to see.
Yes, and being that we have one of the best farmers markets in the nation, we're going to take advantage of that. Thousands of people.
Award-winning farmers market.
Absolutely, yes. And also, September 7th, the City of Fort Pierce is hosting the Lincoln Park Business Expo. So that's going to be at the Percy Peak Gymnasium, 2902 Avenue D, where we're going to bring local businesses to our Percy Peak Gymnasium, talk to them about business accounting, business practices, talk to them about the available grant sources and funding sources available to them, and hopefully give them just an edge, a hand up as to how to make their business thrive. So that's coming up. Of course, you know about Friday Fest, September the 7th.
Yes.
So hopefully we'll see you down there.
Is it a special Friday Fest?
Not really.
Oh, okay.
But
well, then don't hold your breath.
But it's just a Friday Fest.
Okay. I love Friday Fest, but yeah, it's a Friday evening.
It is. Yeah. We need rest sometimes.
I do. I need to visit my husband from time to time. Once a week is good, but
Well,
it's usually Fridays.
I hope more than that, but that's wonderful. And of course, September 11th. We have our memorial and also our remembrance of one of our fallen heroes in the city of Fort Pierce, C.C. Ross Lyles. And we're going to have that ceremony down at the Veterans Memorial Park.
Which is beautiful.
Yes. Right next to our Riverwalk Center, between the Riverwalk Center and the Fort Pierce Yacht Club. So we're going to have that. And something exciting. I have 2 more exciting things to tell you about.
Okay, one of them we're partnering with too, so go ahead.
Which one is that?
The firefighter.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you about the one before the firefighter one.
Okay.
On September 13th, this is pretty cool, right? We're going to have another community input meeting, but we're going to have it on the grounds of the old Santa Anastasia building. You familiar with where that is?
Yes, of course.
10th Street and Orange Avenue.
Yep.
The Santa Anastasia building, it is on the National Register of Historic Places.
Beautiful
It was actually built over 100 years ago. And what we want to do, we want to get the community's input on not only the Santa Anastasia building, but also our Peacock Arts District. And the coolest thing about this, during that night, we're going to also have a pop-up movie. We're going to have a big movie screen. We're going to put it on the grass. Everybody brings their blanket, their lawn chair, and we're going to show the movie Coco.
Oh, very nice. That's a new release.
Yeah.
That's a top dollar movie.
Animated movie about a young bird that wants...
Is he a peacock?
I don't know. I don't know.
He is.
Parakeet.
Yeah.
Something. Toucan.
Toucan, maybe.
Yeah, something like that.
Does anybody know what Rio is? Not a
No,
peacock.
Coco, not Rio.
Coco.
Coco.
Sorry, Rio's a bird too.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not about. Okay, obviously I did not see Coco.
And I was thinking
Yeah.
of Rio.
My bad. So
maybe we
yeah.
should send him to a website to get accurate information on what
My
it
bad.
is.
Sorry.
I was thinking it was Rio, the bird
I thought
thing.
so too.
Oh, well.
I saw people dancing, so I thought it was the bird. So we're gonna have that movie playing, and that's about art and music, and that's what we're focusing on in the Peacock Arts District.
Yeah,
so
which
we're excited.
runs from what, 7th to 10th is Peacock Arts? What?
Actually, it runs from Orange Avenue to roughly Delaware.
Okay.
We're going to pick up the new Creative Arts Academy of St. Lucie, and it runs from US 1 to roughly 10th Street.
Okay.
Actually, out toward 13th Street.
Wow,
so it's
big.
a larger district. But I tell you what.
So it's basically wherever the peacocks are, because they,
well,
they make their rounds.
They're everywhere now.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, I love them sometimes.
Sure you do. I did not feel. I didn't
You don't feel the
it.
love? Well, they're all over.
They are.
They basically they signal. They're the symbol for that Peacock Arts District.
Yeah, they are.
We
They are
celebrate
beautiful to look at. Not for 20 minutes as they cross the road.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
They are beautiful.
That's a little
to look
excessive.
At.
I think I saw Javi try to run one down.
No,
that wasn't him. I thought I
Javi
saw
gets
his truck.
a chance to rebut that, just so you know. He's going to be up here soon.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well,
Yes.
we'll talk, mention the firefighters one, which is going to be down at the Riverwalk too.
Yes, that's going to be actually in the Manatee Center parking lot. It is the annual Firefighter Combat Challenge. It is a national event. So we're going to have all these big, strong, muscular firefighters doing all these fantastic physical challenges, and we're going to hopefully have ESPN, and we're going to have, yeah, hopefully. Or maybe ESPN 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Well, one of them.
Or somebody with an iPhone.
Somebody will be filming, probably Eric. But,
yeah, more than likely, Eric.
Yeah, but we're looking forward to that.
Good.
And it's going to, again, put Fort Pierce on the map with another national event. It's a beautiful backdrop. They're very excited to be coming to Fort Pierce, and we're looking forward to it.
Well, that's a shared parking lot between the Seven Gables and the Manatee
Oh, yeah,
Center.
that's right. You're there.
And the back
that's
is.
Right,
yeah,
that's
we all share that parking lot.
Yes.
But, yeah, all the single ladies in my office are excited about it.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Because I think it's a Friday and Saturday. So.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's some great stuff.
Yes, those are the upcoming events.
Those are the upcoming events. I saw some selfie work that you all did yesterday, Fort Pierce Selfie Day.
It was City Hall Selfie Day.
City Hall Selfie Day.
It
You guys
was
do
awesome.
such a great job with your social media.
We try, and it was fun. We got everybody we could outside, and we took pictures, and we tried to grab people off the street and take selfies with them. But it's just fun to engage with the community. That's what we love to do.
You guys do a great job of it.
Yes.
Well, we're going to come back with our sponsor, and then we'll meet with Javier, who'll have a chance to rebut that peacock track.
Yes.
And we'll move on with the show. But stay with us, everybody.
All right.
There are a lot of great things you can do in St. Lucie County that don't cost you any money, like watching a beautiful sunset, reading a great book at a public library, or hugging a family member. Now, you can add transportation in St. Lucie County to that list. St. Lucie County is offering free transportation to all residents anytime the buses are running. For more information, visit slcride.org.
Welcome back to Sunrise Spotlight. I'm Teresa Aronson, and I'm here with my co-host for this great show that airs every third. It airs all the time, actually. It airs about 7 or 8 times a week, but it films on the third Thursday of the month at 2 p.m.
Yes.
It's free, open to the public. We do it right here at the SLC TV studios. We invite you all to come and join us, just like this beautiful studio audience that is enjoying refreshments from PP Cobb, right?
Yes, rugulas.
Rugulas.
Yes.
Did you get some?
No, ma'am.
Oh, you should. It's very good. It's mostly butter. But delicious.
Okay.
All right, so of course I'm here with Mr. Nick Mims, the city manager of Fort Pierce, and you brought us a guest.
We have a wonderful guest. I just have to first let you all know that this is another wonderful graduate from the University of Central Florida.
Oh.
Okay. And his name.
Okay.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Okay. His name is Javier Cisneros.
Yes.
And he is the Director of Utility Support Services for FPUA.
That's not too long. That's a great title. It wasn't that long.
No, it wasn't
Javi,
too bad.
welcome.
Thank you.
I
It's
know
a pleasure to be
everybody
here.
calls you Javi, so you don't mind if we call you
No,
Javi.
absolutely not.
Very
Absolutely
good.
not.
Thank you for being with us.
I'm glad to be here, especially with a fellow Golden Knight. So
Is that what the University of Central, they're Golden Knights?
Well, we used to be Golden Knights. We're
Yeah.
Knights now.
yeah,
You're just
Right,
Knights,
just
you're not
Knights.
Golden anymore. What
Right.
happened? Shine.
we went through a bad football season.
Yeah,
I think
Yeah, a
stripped
little
the-
less shiny, huh?
Well,
Yeah.
we're currently national champions.
yeah,
Oh, very good.
undefeated
Yes,
national
yes,
champions.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just letting you know.
I'm a Buckeye, just letting you know.
Eh,
Yeah.
Oh, Javi's a great soccer player too.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
I don't. My son is. I am not great at all. My son is a very good player. So
Does the university have a soccer team?
UCF does have a
Yes.
soccer team. Yeah,
All right, well, I
a
don't know.
We
men's-
probably
men's-
beat Ohio State.
probably.
Doubt it. That's total conjecture there. We probably did.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
Yes.
no. All right, well, Javi, we didn't bring you here to talk sports and
Not today.
Right.
Yeah.
alma maters. We brought you here to talk a little bit about what?
Today we're here to talk about our electric outage map and business development, some of the improvements we made in that area.
Okay.
Okay.
I want to talk, well, let's talk about outage and then we'll move into business development because that's something I'm a little bit more familiar with. But
Absolutely.
tell us about your outage map.
Okay, so we've developed a web page that effectively shows our electric outages, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the electric system that kind of helps tell you what the map represents. So FPUA's electric system is made up of 6 distribution substations, and each substation has 6 feeders. And each feeder effectively defines the boundary of your neighborhood and how that neighborhood is served by electric. We have approximately 1,000 customers in each feeder, some are more, some are less, depending on the makeup of where they land in the area. And those boundaries are what you will see on the electric outage map. So you'll see on the map, you can go to the website, you can type in your address, and it'll navigate you. It'll put a pin drop within that boundary where your house is generally located. We restrict the scale just to kind of keep it high level. And when you zoom into that boundary, you'll see the number of customers affected and the number of crews assigned to restore power to that neighborhood.
Okay.
And then we drill down just a little bit further, and we'll you'll see a red dot within that boundary that shows generally where the outage is at. If you click on that red dot, it'll show you the cause of the outage and the estimated restoration time.
Very nice.
Wow.
Very nice. So it's all automated now. Is that so they won't call you?
Well, so what we found is that it's much more effective to provide the information to the customer before they call us. They seem to be much happier when they're able to get the information instead of having to call us if they're on hold or if they get to the wrong person or they don't get to the right person. It takes just a little bit longer. The website will make it instantaneous for them.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it's frustrating.
Yeah.
And you do want to sit there and be able to see that they know, they're aware of it, and they're working on it.
Generally, when they call, they're asking, when is my power going to be restored?
Correct.
Do you know that I'm out of power? This gives them the answer at their own fingertips and on their own time.
How do you find the outage map? Where do you
That
go?
is a great question. If you go to fpua.com, there's a icon on the top of the screen that you can click on. It'll take you to the map. You can also go to fpua.com/outage, and it'll take you to the map as well, directly to the map.
FPUA.com, that's a great website address. 4 letters and a .com. Easy to remember.
It is very easy to remember.
All
So
right.
let's just say you're home and your power goes off
Yep.
and you can't use your computer.
Yep, that's a great question. So the website is mobile friendly.
Okay.
I
And
was just going to say, if
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
living in 2018, you use your phone.
you actually bring up a very good point. It is mobile friendly, and we also have a share button on the bottom for Facebook. So we encourage you to go to the website. If you have other people who may be interested in using it, you can share it on Facebook, and you'll be able to share it through social media.
I actually haven't used my computer at home for years. Do you still use it?
I have a laptop that I
Yeah,
use.
yeah.
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 Very good. Let's move into business development.
Okay.
I know that you've been assigned business development sort of recently, so we've met before through
Right.
our development review task force. And just to give everybody background, it's to help businesses get up, get moving, and get their utilities a little bit quicker to get them in business. And you've kind of been assigned that help as well.
Okay, so the utility industry is a very unique business, right? Typically, you don't deal with it until you're ready to get connected to
Of course.
utilities. So what we've done is one of the steps we've made in our business development arena is to hire an employee to tackle some of those, to be an advocate for the customer, for the developers. And we've hired somebody internally, Anna Johnson. She's great. She did something very similar in the gas operations department, so she was able to come over and work with me and hit the ground running. She has a background in 911 dispatch, so she's great under pressure, and
I was
she
just gonna say,
Stressful
she's,
situation.
yeah.
stressful
Great under
situations.
stress.
She's good at putting out fires. So
Good.
no pun intended. But
Well, and how should they, a new business comes into town, they don't have the correct utilities, maybe they're not set up, they don't have the infrastructure. Where do they start?
So generally speaking, what we're trying to tackle with the business development arena is working closely with the city, the county, and the Economic Development Council, so that those projects that go through the due diligence process can eventually get hooked up with Anna right away. So
Okay.
that one of the things we're going to make sure that we do with all new businesses that come in is prepare a utility portfolio that shows them what the available utilities are, what the connection costs are, impact fees, permits, and those kind of things. It gives them it paints the entire picture for them for FPUA, because usually they have to deal with the electric and gas engineering group and the water wastewater group,
Right.
customer service. So we're trying to streamline that for not only for the customer, but for ourselves as well. So, and that seems to be working out really well so far.
It is helpful for everybody involved, it really is, to head things off at the pass and get ahead what the needs might be for a new organization or company.
So I think it's also very important to be prepared and to have the information at the tip of everyone's fingertips, and to have that one comprehensive snapshot of your utilities and your availability is just invaluable to a site selector or potential business. So that's an excellent idea.
Yeah.
Yep. We think that a couple projects that recently come through the pipe that we think we've been, with the utility portfolio, we've been hopefully helpful at selecting Fort Pierce. We want to make sure we bring businesses to Fort Pierce, and this is part of being involved in growing Fort Pierce.
Absolutely.
So
I think there's been a good response, and I think it's going really very well.
we appreciate that.
Yes.
Well, good. And can you give us Anna's last name? So if we have
Anna Johnson,
Anna Johnson is
Business
in her
Development
office.
Officer.
Okay, very good. Thank you for that. You brought us some great information.
You're welcome.
Thank
you
you
for
to
having me.
FPUA and to Jan and everybody for
And also
allowing you to be here. I know,
The
our director is with
John
us today.
Tompeck is here today.
John is, how long has he been in his position now?
34 years?
A little, he has been the director a little over a year, yes. So welcome, John. Thank you for joining us today as well. With that, Javier, the website again, fpua.com.
/outage.
All right, if you're interested in finding out anything else on business development, Anna Johnson is the person that you would want to call.
Absolutely.
All right, thanks.
All right. Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back, everybody.
All right. Thank you, buddy.
Now don't leave because we have to do it.
Downtown Fort Pierce is a charming blend of historic architecture, eclectic shops, restaurants, and waterfront recreation. You'll find beautiful art galleries and historic venues like the Sunrise Theater, which make downtown come alive with a constant influx of culture and entertainment. In addition, the City Marina is the only downtown marina on the Treasure Coast and close to one of Florida's best all-weather inlets. But you don't need a slip or a boat to take advantage of the beautiful Indian River Lagoon. Simply strolling along the waterfront, you can see manatee, dolphins, or enjoy outdoor dining along the luxuriously designed waterfront. Downtown Fort Pierce is in the midst of many exciting developments as new living and working spaces are developing along the city's scenic shores. Whether coming to enjoy a show or find a dynamic new place to live or do business, you'll love downtown Fort Pierce.
Welcome back to Sunrise Spotlight. I'm Teresa Aronson here with my co-host, the one, the only, Mr. Nick Mims, City Manager of the beautiful city of Fort Pierce.
Yes, ma'am.
Welcome back, everybody. Thanks to our crowd today for joining us, and PP Cobb. Don't forget, third Thursday of the month, 2 p.m., you could be here too, in the Splash Zone, drinking free coffee.
The Splash Zone.
Yeah, I'm a spitter. No, I'm just kidding. I'm teasing, I'm teasing.
All right.
But we
All
do
right.
have a lot of fun. We'd love to have everybody come down. This is for the general public, and we don't, I can name everybody in the audience typically, so I'm not sure how much of the general public we're getting, but
That's because you know a lot of people. That's
okay,
all.
we'll go with that.
That's all. We have wonderful audience.
We do. We have the best audience ever.
Yes.
Very friendly. And you brought another guest?
I have another great guest.
Another great guest?
Yes. Now this young man, he has many jobs and many titles. But
I
today,
saw that in his.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
a lot of words.
We'll let him talk about all the other jobs. But today we wanted to focus on the fact that he is our Keep Fort Pierce Beautiful executive director.
Oh, very
and
nice.
his name is Mr. Paul Bertram.
Hi, Paul.
Hi.
Welcome, Paul.
Thank you.
We were just saying Paul is a leadership St. Lucie graduate. He was in our class 34, right?
Yes, it was. Yeah, it was a great time. I loved it. Really enjoyed myself.
Good.
How'd Teresa treat you?
Oh, like a queen.
Yeah, really?
As long as you didn't come in late.
Yes. Word around the street is I can be a little bit strict. But yeah.
Okay.
Paul, we're going to talk about Keep Fort Pierce Beautiful, and you guys do a great event every month, and we talked about it this year when you had your big event, your cleanup.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
The Great American Cleanup.
Great
yes.
American Cleanup. We have it every year. So what's going on with Keep Fort Pierce Beautiful now?
Right now, we're wrapping up our fiscal year. We meet once a month, but I want to get the word out that we still have 3 open spots on our board. You have to be a city
Resident.
to be on the board.
Yes.
We meet once a month. It's a great group of employees and citizens that live in Fort Pierce. And our main goal is to beautify the city of Fort Pierce.
And it's a fun board. We have a great time.
That's what everybody says.
We have a great time, yes.
Who's on your board now? Let's see if that'll sell it. Nick's on it, obviously.
Well, I go to the meetings.
You go to the meetings? Okay.
We have a representative from each one of our departments. Like we have public works, we have code enforcement, we have the police, we have the mayor that comes to the meetings occasionally.
Oh, wow.
Shirley Walker, we have a member of the Lions Club.
Yes.
There's
It's a
quite
good
a few
board.
old
It's a
timers.
great
And you need 2 citizens, just citizens at large, right?
3.
3.
There's a couple, I think one must be a business owner.
Okay.
Oh, there's plenty out
once it's
here.
open.
This
Anybody
is
live in
great.
Fort Pierce? Raise your hand if you live in Fort Pierce.
There we go.
Oh.
There we go.
Well,
All right.
they work
And
for
I forgot the
utilities.
UA
Are they
also.
allowed?
That's all right. Well,
Okay.
Jan comes to the meeting sometimes.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
doesn't say much.
Actually, she's been to every meeting.
We
got
We
Eric.
got to get her to volunteer for more stuff. Yeah, that's true.
Boards?
Of course.
You guys have
right?
rules?
Well, we'll break them for you, sir.
I appreciate
I think he's blowing smoke because you can serve on as many boards as you want, but that's okay. You make him feel special. That's
Yeah,
the way
exactly.
to get him. Yeah.
Well, you know, I'd like to emphasize on a couple of things here that the board is focusing on now besides just our applications, and that's the reduction of litter. I'm sure that everybody in every city sees that, you know, we have litter on the roadways and in certain parks and places like that. And we'd like to emphasize just the amount of work that goes into picking up that litter, putting it away. So we've been reviewing a book called Litterology, which is something that Keep America Beautiful has put out as a guideline to try to psychologically trick people into realizing, you know, when they're littering and they're not. So, you know, we're giving it some shots, moving around some recycle bins, adding trash cans, putting up educational signs, stuff like that. And we're monitoring it, and we're talking to people, and we're looking at the results. And hopefully, you know, it will become, you know, where we get more litter picked up.
So this book kind of designs a plan to sneak it in, subliminally trick people into stop littering.
Exactly.
I love it.
You know, when you have a clean place, it's like when you visit your neighbor and the house is clean, you're typically not going to put your glass down on the table and everything else. You take better care of the place. So when we keep it cleaner, it stays clean. And that's one of the goals that we have is to reduce that in our city, which is a beautiful city.
Yes.
Very good. When is your Great American Cleanup? What month is that?
March 2nd.
March 2nd.
We're
Okay.
going to try to catch the snowbirds this year, a month early.
Put 'em to work.
Cooler. And those of you who have not attended one, please come out.
Oh, you're
It's a
gonna
lot
love
of fun, I
You're
hear.
gonna
We
love
have
it.
a ball.
Yes.
It's educational. We have different sites that we work on. We typically have 4 projects, sometimes 5. They from all ages. We give volunteer hours out to the students. Great gifts, T-shirts. The UA sponsors our food. We've got games. It's just the ball. It really is. If you haven't come out, please come out. We're usually half a day. And then we have great raffle prizes and a good lunch also.
I was just
on
saying,
top of
we
that.
usually have a
time.
barbecue and everybody gets a shirt.
Shirt, goodie bag, the whole yard.
All right. And if they want to volunteer for your board, how should they reach out?
You can come out. Well, let me make sure I get the right number. I've got a few of them. 467-3821 is answering service that we pick up or we don't, and you can leave a message. But the board meets every Tuesday, or I'm sorry, once a month on the second Tuesday in the Public Works compound.
Okay, what time? So they can, if
12
they're interested,
o'clock.
maybe they come and they
You can
see
come
it
and sit in and see what we do, and
Did you say 12 o'clock?
observe 12 o'clock.
Do you
Yes.
Do you have lunch
It
provided?
is. It's a lunch meeting.
Sometimes.
See, you
It-
you gotta
yes.
figure out the headline there. The headline
Yeah,
is-
that's right.
yeah, lunch is provided at this meeting, so come check it out on the what Tuesday?
Second
Second
Tuesday of every month,
Okay.
except for December.
Yeah, no, yeah. December is not a great month for meetings. I found out.
Yeah, a lot of people going out of town, the holiday coming up, so it's real.
You know, now Paul did mention litter reduction. And one of the main things that Paul does do is he helps coordinate our community efforts. And I can tell you one of the strongest communities that we have, with probably more volunteer hours than any community group, is our South Beach Association. We have, they donate hundreds of hours every month to picking up trash along our beaches and in our parks. And as you know, everybody loves Fort Pierce's parks.
Yes.
Everybody loves our
They
parks.
love the
without a
jetty,
doubt.
the
Right.
beach. Yeah.
Right. So, you know, Monday morning, first thing Monday morning after a busy weekend, we've got volunteers out there with the big hats, the gloves, the picker-uppers, the bags, and they're out there working.
Picker-uppers?
Custom shirts for our
picker-uppers.
volunteers.
Okay.
What do you call the picker-uppers?
I think that's the name.
Grabbers, good.
Grabbers, okay.
Pick-stick.
I call them the picker-uppers.
I call picker-uppers too.
But that is a good point, because that was kind of what our sole end of the year purpose is to attract volunteers.
Yes,
Yeah.
The city desperately, we work 365 a year.
yes.
We have close to 1,000 cans on our streets and in our parks that have to be emptied on a daily basis. Those guys work hard, and they keep up. But our volunteers, as Nick mentioned, that we have on the beach, we have them in some of our communities, Hibiscus Association. We have boots on the ground. We have churches. We have Boy Scouts. I could go on and on. Keep Fort Pierce Beautiful supplies the materials. Sometimes we supply T-shirts. We sponsor your cleanup. We record them. We educate the youth when they come out.
Right.
We encourage the community to be involved, because that's what it takes to make a city, is a community that cares.
Absolutely.
And when they care and we all get along, the community looks great.
And when you say you'll sponsor
Yes.
their cleanup, what will you do if they're going to do? Because a lot of times I notice your volunteers are just out there. They're just out there on a regular basis moving around. It's not really an organized event all the time. It's just them doing what they do.
We have a few that just have 5-gallon buckets, and they walk. They're walking their dogs, or they're just out, enjoying the beautiful weather, and they pick up paper. And we go through that. This Saturday, Morris Creek has a cleanup on 10th Street coming back to 7th Street. We'll come out. We'll give them water, grabbers, garbage bags, and then we'll pick up the stuff after the event. And then sometimes when we have extra materials left over from our events, if there's students involved or younger generation, we will bring out T-shirts and whatever else that we have in our storage and kind of help them out.
Just to give them some sort of...
Give them a recognition.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. I have many picker-uppers because I live near the water, and
Really?
I'm just
Where'd
constantly
you get them
picking-
from?
Different places. I went to Home
Yes.
Depot and Googled picker-uppers.
Really?
Well, come out to the Great American Cleanup. We'll give you a brand new set.
Okay, very good. What else do we want to talk about? Because he has many, many, many titles.
Yes, he does. He's also our local and resident urban forester.
What
And-
exactly is that?
Oh, I'll let him explain.
It's a city forester out of the woods.
A city-
Basically,
okay.
you're taking care of the trees and the horticulture, specifically the trees, because we're a Tree City USA. I think that might be the trivia question, so I won't say how many years.
Oh, you gave it away. Okay.
I haven't yet.
All right.
But
Right.
that's what we do. We take care of the trees. That's another thing that the Tree City, the tree board also meets with our Keep Fort Pierce Beautiful. And we are Tree City USA, which means that we spend a certain amount of dollars on taking care of our trees. We protect our trees. We plant trees. We celebrate Arbor Day. which is also on the March 2nd. Try to keep those events tight together because we get 200 to 300 people, volunteers out. And that's what we do. We protect the trees when construction come in. We plant them on rights of way. We fine people for cutting down trees without a permit. You must obtain a permit.
And what are the parameters of that? Like, is it a size tree? Is it kind of tree? Is it a placement of the tree? What determines
It's
whether
all
or
of
not
the
you have
above. To make it as simple as possible and as short as possible, if you're going to cut down a tree in the city of Fort Pierce,
call somebody?
get a permit.
Okay.
it.
Even if it's in your own private property?
Yes.
Especially if it's on your own private property.
Yes.
If the tree is dead.
You shouldn't be cutting down other trees that aren't on your property, Teresa.
You don't know
That
me.
makes a lot of sense too. Yes.
But no, I mean, because that's important to know. I think most people think it's a tree in their yard and they don't want it anymore. They can
It's
cut
our
it down.
tree.
Yeah, it doesn't work
No,
like
in
that.
fact, we've levied $15,000 fines
Yes.
in the city of Fort Pierce for removing trees without a permit. And we will steer you in the right direction. The building department handles the actual distribution of the tree permit. And if you have questions or you're unsure, you can call, and we'll let you know.
Before you cut, call.
Yeah.
Because is there a size limitation, or it's kind of iffy, huh?
Each case
Very
is handled
borderline.
individually.
I hate to give a size because it's difficult to measure some trees.
Okay.
It's better off.
What about
Let's just say
Brazilian
the tree's
pepper?
about as big as your arm. Let's call about a permit.
Okay. And what about non-indigenous trees? We're allowed to cut those down? Brazilian peppers?
You can cut down a Brazilian pepper without a tree permit.
Okay. All right, that's good information. I didn't know that myself.
Right.
So thanks
Now,
for that.
also, Paul has another job.
Another one?
Another
Yeah, it looks
job.
like it.
Just real quick, tell us. He's also the division manager for our Parks and Grounds division in the Public Works Department.
And what does that mean?
It means that it means that we take care of all the rights of way. We basically maintain all the horticulture in the city of Fort Pierce. And I definitely want to give my guys a shout out because this summer has been extraordinarily hot.
Yes.
And these guys are out there 7 days a week, and they do a bang-up job. We take care of all the parks, the rights-of-way, some of the beaches, all your entrances, all your city buildings.
And you take care of them by just keeping them tidy, clean,
weed free,
manicured.
edged, manicured.
Okay. Wow.
And they take a lot of pride in that, and so do I, because I feel that the city of Fort Pierce is the most beautiful spot on the entire east coast of Florida. And I welcome the public and our citizens who we work for to come out and enjoy some of these places. I mean, we've got so many guests coming in on our weekends now that enjoy our parks and stuff. And that's where our first step was with the litter, to ask that when you do come and you visit our beautiful city, that you respect it and you help us to keep it clean.
Very nice, Paul. Before we go, we're going to give us some information on how to contact you. Keep Port St. Lucie beautiful.
No.
Keep Fort Pierce beautiful.
Yes.
Sorry.
They're our sister city.
But we like them too.
Yes, we want to keep them beautiful too.
Yes.
Keep Fort Pierce beautiful. I'm sorry. I used to be a captain for the other one, and so that is rolls
We
off
work
my tongue.
closely
okay.
together.
Okay.
They have the same
Yeah.
initiatives
Yes,
that
they
we
do.
do.
Okay, keep Fort Pierce beautiful. If you want to check out to be a board member, come on the second Tuesday at noon.
Or you can come online to the City of Fort Pierce webpage, and we also have a Keep Fort Pierce Beautiful webpage link that's right on the page of our city website. That will steer you into the direction. And I also believe there's a separate section on the webpage for boards.
Yes, boards and
Yep,
committees.
board applications
You can find it
at
there.
City of
Yes.
City of
City of
Fort
Fort
Pierce.
Pierce.
And then also, if you're interested, if you're concerned about a tree and you want to cut one down, where do you call?
The building department.
Okay, call the building department for that one. And the
If
other,
you want to say thank you to our guys when you see them in the field, please stop in and say hello to them. We love to talk to you. We love to hear your ideas. We love to see when something's wrong or hear about it also. But we love the acknowledgement. And
All
we
right.
hope that you enjoy our, beautiful park.
all right. Well, great job. Thanks for being with us.
Teresa, before you open up are you going to open to questions?
We can, if you'd
I
like.
have a question.
You have a
It's-
question.
it's-
That's why you want questions, because Eric has a
Exactly.
locked and loaded.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's kind of a question and a statement because at the county we get a lot of. You mentioned South Beach and keeping the beaches clean, and this summer we've had a lot of seaweed washing up on all our beaches, and we get a lot of residents asking why don't we remove the seaweed?
During turtle season, and I'll go back just a little bit, we used to have a company called Beach Rakers, which did manicure the beach, kind of like what you see up in Daytona, nice and flat. It's pretty expensive. During turtle season, the regulations will not allow you to do that.
Yeah.
Almost always the seaweed gets washed back out with the tide.
Yeah. Another thing we always tell people too, it's a natural element, and so it's there. It's naturally, it'll go away naturally, and there are animals and marine life that utilize the seaweed there, and it's been
There you go.
we've been heavy this summer, but I just thought since you mentioned South Beach and the cleanup.
Can I add to that, Eric? It's great that you mentioned that because our beaches are heavily utilized right now. And the beaches are not the jurisdiction of the city of Fort Pierce. However, they are within the corporate limits of the city of Fort Pierce. So we have partnered with the county in previous years to have our contractor, Beach Raker, come out and clean the beaches and remove the seaweed. And we actually collect it and bury it, and we do it in a very respectful way. That is something that we can look forward to in the future. But like Paul said, it is very expensive, and we did go through a rough time in the last couple of years of trying to identify funding just to do the basic essential services that our municipality needs. But that's something that we can definitely look into, Eric. Thank you. We're going to work with you on that.
Thanks for the
I'll
question.
be out there driving the bulldozers after saying Nick.
Yeah. The question/statement. We
Yes,
appreciate it.
yes.
Does anybody else have a question for Paul or Nick on any of the? They're so quiet. They're in arugula coma.
We
That's
do
what it
also,
is.
the city of Fort Pierce has a Citizens Academy once a year.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And it's
Are you in charge of that too?
No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
No.
I just
You're not?
We have
presentation.
one-
I'm a graduate.
Yep.
I'm a
Eric
graduate.
We
did
just have
some-
one
Right.
segment of it in Public Works, and that's another way to really get involved with your city.
Yes.
And they always seem to have a great time, especially when they come to Public Works.
And we'll get the word out when they're ramping up to do that one
Absolutely.
again, and
Right.
When applications go out for Citizens
Very
Academy.
informative, and I think that people have a greater appreciation for what our employees and our administrators and our community does. So I think it's wonderful.
Well, thanks. I think it's
Yes.
wonderful too. Thanks for being with us, Paul. It's nice to
Thank
see you.
you.
I haven't seen
Thank
you for a
you.
while.
Yeah,
Always good to see you.
been a while.
I know. And we'll be right back, everybody. We just
When the waves swell, the wind blows, and rain starts to pour, you'll ask yourself, how prepared or unprepared are you? Did you board your windows, protect your home? Secure loose objects so they won't blow away. Bring large items in and low items up. If you're properly prepared, it will help in a big way. Does your family have a plan? Do they know what to do? Is your emergency kit packed, waiting by the door for you? Just because you're not on the coast doesn't mean you're okay. Heavy winds and flooding can wash things away. When a hurricane is near, you need to stay safe. Turn on the radio. Wait for updates. Only leave your home if told so. Grab your bag and go, go, go. Now, if you're home and the heavy wind blows, get away from the windows, watch out for flooding, and protect yourself. You may be without power for a couple days, but your emergency kit should help you to stay. Once the storm is gone and it's safe to go home, be cautious of what's going on. If water's in your path, you have to turn back. Dangerous electricity and things you can't see can hurt you very badly. So before the waves swell, the wind blows, and rain starts to pour, get prepared, make a plan, and protect yourself each and every way. America's Prepare-a-thon. Be smart. Take part. Prepare. Get started today. Go to ready.gov/prepare.
welcome back to Sunrise Spotlight. I'm Teresa Aronson here with my co-host, the one, the only Nick Mims, City
Yes.
Manager, beautiful city of Fort Pierce.
Yes.
We're going to wrap up the show. We had some
Yes.
great guests today, but we have some trivia to get to. We have a
Yes.
couple other things going on we want to talk
Absolutely.
about.
Well, the one thing I do want to talk about is the fact that we now have an expanded trolley route. I don't know if any of you have ever ridden our trolley. Have you? Yes, Eric?
Teresa, Eric.
Teresa? Jan? Okay. I'm very shocked. that more of you have not been on our trolley.
I know, but it runs seasonally, though.
It runs every Saturday.
Well, and then more often than seasonal, so.
Every Saturday. So what we had was a very small route around the downtown area, but now we've expanded the route.
Exciting.
Expanded. We're going across US 1. And
What?
yes, into our Peacock Arts District. We have a stop in the Lincoln Park District, and we're going to jump across the bridge and go over to the beach.
Oh, that's nice.
We're going to highlight the beauty of Fort Pierce.
That's very nice.
And we have a fancy new, colorful trolley and parking guide
Okay.
that everybody's going to love.
So now when you go down to the market on Saturday, you can park on the beach, you can park in Lincoln Park,
Yes.
and still get to the,
Yes.
and not have to fight for parking during
That's
season
right.
down there.
That's right.
All right, good.
That's a great thing.
Where can they pick that up at?
That's a good question.
I'm going to say the Seven Gables House.
Definitely at the Seven Gables House. At our visitor center.
Our visitor
Yes.
center, our partnered
Yes.
visitor center,
And
the
of
Seven
course,
Gables House.
City Hall.
Always City Hall.
Yes. Yes.
And if Cheyenne was here, she'd probably tell us 2 other places that we are
Yes.
forgetting.
But we'll have them out
Yes.
on our rack cards throughout the city.
Great.
Yes. Also, recent good news. We just opened the largest Chick-fil-A on the Treasure Coast right here in Fort Pierce.
That thing is huge.
Yes.
That is a lot of chicken.
We love it.
And it has been busy.
Yes.
People love their Chick-fil-A.
Yes. Yes. It's, a great business, fantastic people associated with the business, great customer service. Thanks to FPUA for expediting all of the permitting.
Their power, yeah.
Yes, I'm going to say that. I'm going to give them a little plug.
Very nice.
But
Pardon the
yes.
pun.
Yeah, yeah, but it was great. Also, on August 23rd, because I know this is September now,
Yes.
on August 23rd, we opened the first Wawa in Fort Pierce.
Right across from the Chick-fil-A.
Yes, right across from the Chick-fil-A.
That is
So
a
that's
busy
pretty cool.
corner. Yeah, that's a big time corner now.
It's pretty cool, and more development is coming. As you know, we have Camping World, we
Yeah.
have KOA,
With the Gander Mountain.
Gander Mountain,
Yeah, with the
all
Camping
in the
World.
Jenkins Road corridor.
Mhm.
This is good stuff. You got to love Fort Pierce, man.
You guys really
Yes.
are experiencing, I think, a huge boom, both
Yes.
retail and commercial.
Yes.
And the retail is indicative of a really strong economic climate.
And we're changing our focus. And I know that for years and years we've been focusing on manufacturing, warehousing, transportation, distribution. But the people that live in Fort Pierce also want to shop in Fort Pierce and in St. Lucie County. Because we've been going to Martin County and Indian River County and spending our money. And we love our neighbors. But at the same time, why can't we keep it local?
Yeah, we want
Let's
to keep
bring
all
some
that money
retail
local.
here. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So our partners in Port St. Lucie, we're working together to expand our retail, and hopefully we can bring the business here to help our community.
Yeah, you've done a great job, though, with the Gander
Yes.
Mountain, which is retail, and Aldi, and
Yes.
Chick-fil-A, and Wawa. I
Yes.
mean, great things.
This is good
Starbucks,
stuff.
too?
Starbucks is almost
So
on the way.
close.
Yeah, they're
Yes,
coming.
so
They're,
close.
Yes,
But they will appear in that
Yes.
same area.
absolutely.
soon.
Same area,
Same.
Jenkins Road corridor area, Okeechobee Road. This is going to be great.
You got
Yes.
a Waffle House, a Sonic, a Chick-fil-A, and a Wawa. I mean, that's like the place to be.
Exactly. Exactly.
For
How
sure.
can you beat that? I mean, come
you
on now.
can't.
That's awesome.
All right.
Yeah.
That's exciting news.
Yes.
What else you got going on?
Well, I can tell you that we are initiating our mural program.
Oh.
Our first mural is going to be complete. Our first one is at 6th Street and Avenue D. It's a
Okay.
beautiful mural. It's about love. And there's a couple robots on the building, and they're...
Robot love?
It's art.
Okay.
It's art.
I'm
Yes.
trying to follow.
Yes, it's about love. That's the first mural, is love. And then the second mural we're going to have on the intersection of 9th Street and Avenue D. It's a huge wall, and as you travel down Avenue D, you're going to see a couple of kids reading books,
Oh, I
you
like
know,
that.
with beautiful colors and birds. There's going to be birds,
Are they going to be peacocks?
but it's going to be beautiful. So we're enhancing that, and also some of you are familiar with the old A&P. No, Dollar Tree, right?
You're going way back on the A&P.
Okay, well, it
A
was
Wayback
A&P.
Time
It
Machine.
was A&P when I was a little guy.
Yes.
But it's the Dollar Tree. They're going to have a beautiful mural right there on the side of that building on Sunrise Boulevard.
And Georgia?
Yes, Sunrise, Georgia Parkway, where it all comes
The
together.
triangle there?
Yeah, it is. The community is coming together.
I
I've
like
never
it.
seen our community so unified and being part of our mural program and our arts district and what we're doing with our development is just very encouraging.
I like it.
This is awesome stuff.
Do we have some trivia?
We do.
Okay,
I
what
have
do you
some
got?
questions.
I have a free oil change at AMCO, Total Car Care, Fort
Eric,
Pierce location.
Can you give me that black bag over there? I've got some swag and some goodies.
You have swag?
Yes.
Is it one of these purple shirts? Because I'm buying that thing.
No, I've got stuff.
That is nice.
Ooh,
Purple's my favorite color too.
Look at it. I got a calendar.
And this is a beautiful calendar.
Yes.
You were kind enough to send me one at the
Yes.
beginning of the year, and I love it.
We've got sunglasses and a koozie.
Which we sell at the Seven Gables house if anybody's interested in buying. If you don't win here today, you can purchase your own Fort Pierce koozie at the Seven Gables house. Shameless
You're
plug.
really plugging
I
that.
got to. We have to. It's a slow summer.
We have a City of Fort Pierce coffee mug.
Very nice.
Yes. We have a T-shirt. And what does it say?
I have no idea.
It says
Oh, that is actually really nice.
Sunrise City.
Ooh.
Yeah,
You know
see?
what? I think that would sell really well at the Seven Gables house.
All right, so, and
That
then
is really nice.
we've got a hoo rag. Everybody knows what a hoo rag is, right?
Also available at the
Right.
Seven Gables house.
Is this a commercial
It's been
for
a
the Seven
slow
Gables?
summer at the Seven Gables house.
All right, okay. Are we ready?
All right, we're
gonna
ready.
ask a question.
Okay.
Okay. Now.
What do we got?
Okay. This is easy. This is for what? How many questions are we gonna ask?
I don't know. How many you got? We'll just shoot them out. We'll
Okay.
fire them up.
What is the name of the movie that we're going to show?
I don't know if we know that.
Very good.
Okay, Eric says it's Coco. So what, Eric? You're.
Oh.
Oh, yep. That thing was going to go fast. Okay. We need
There
a
you go.
cannon.
I
T-shirt.
didn't want. All right. So
I-
this is for the koozie and the sunglasses.
I like
Are you
those
ready?
sunglasses. This is my emergency car glasses.
Okay.
All right, what do we got?
Okay. Here's the question. I know Paul just said it. Approximately how? That's kind of small for you. It's a muscle shirt for you, buddy. So approximately how many trash cans are in the city of Fort Pierce?
Oh my gosh, I don't remember. But Eric, you
No,
already won a
no,
prize, so somebody
no,
else.
No. Sorry.
You just have
Here
to
we
get.
go.
All right, Mark Kowalski.
Ve-
Mark said
Very
1,000.
good.
Is that right?
That's right.
Mark was paying attention.
Yes. See, this is a good audience.
This is a good audience. You are going to take home your very own koozie available at the
Koozie
Seven Gables house and a pair of
sunglasses.
sunglasses.
Yes. Now,
All right, here we go. Next up.
okay, here we go. This is for a hoo rag, a calendar, and a
Oh,
Yes.
this is the showcase.
Yes. How many years has the city of Fort Pierce been a Tree City, USA?
Oh, we didn't
Ooh.
say.
Ooh.
It's 2 digits. I'll give you that.
No. No, stop answering questions.
Well,
You're done.
65 is Eric's guess, and I'm going to say no lower. So who else wants to guess? Susan, what do you got? 18? No.
Not quite.
Higher.
Higher. Yes.
Well, Eric's not. Is that Eric again?
That's Javi.
Oh, it was Javi.
That's Javi.
Okay, I was going to say, poor Eric.
20.
20.
No,
Javi
no,
said
Eric,
25.
Javi said,
Oh, let's give it to. Let's give it to. Oh,
we
we're
can-
going higher.
one
Okay,
more.
we're still Bob Barker.
Yes.
Lower.
You know what? You're pretty close, and you're going to win because the actual answer is 29.
You've been the closest, Stevie, so you get to take home
Right.
the showcase of several prizes.
Yes. Now you got to put that hoo rag on.
Oh, Deanie and a hoo rag. We definitely put that on.
Right.
I have a prize too. It's a free oil change, and I'm going to give that away. We're going to do a trivia question. Who can tell? Well, see, this is a very astute audience, so I feel like this. I don't want to be too easy here. And I don't really have a question. I'm trying to make it up as we go on.
This is not
Yeah.
good.
All right, who can tell me the name of the family that occupied the Seven Gables house and had 7 daughters? Have we done that one before?
Yes, you did. You are so stuck on the Seven Gables house.
I am. I really am. I'm excited about it, and I
Okay.
feel like
I have another question.
people don't know to go down there yet.
I have another question.
Okay.
Is it for the oil change?
Sure.
Okay. I have a question. In the city of Fort Pierce, there are 2 dog parks.
Oh, yeah.
The city of Fort Pierce owns and operates one of those dog parks. Tell me where this dog park is located. I know you guys have dogs.
I know Eric knows. This Eric knows. But that other Eric is willing to guess.
Is she Googling it?
They're Googling. They're cheating.
I mean, really?
All right.
No.
No.
The county has a dog park on the
On the
beach,
beach.
but that's Walton Rocks.
Yep.
Not quite Savannah. Now
That's the
that is
county's
one. That's
dog
the
park.
county's dog park. But the city has a more beautiful dog park.
Oh, easy now.
He's always he's always making it a competition. Isn't
No, I'm
he?
not. I'm
yeah,
just
yeah.
proud of them.
All right.
So I'm going.
The city has a dog park. I don't even think I know.
Oh my goodness! It is very, very well attended. It's shaded. It's in a very active park, and it is south of Virginia Avenue. Okay, now what else can I do?
Goody Park
Starts with an M.
Yeah, it starts with an M.
starts with an M.
Oh my goodness! I think I just have to tell them.
I think you do.
It is Maravilla Park. Does it?
Where is that?
That's off of Oleander and Maple.
Oleander.
Tennis
and
courts
Maple.
there, a little playground.
I know you've driven down Oleander and you've seen the tennis courts, you've seen the playground, you've seen people out playing.
Oh yeah, yes.
And
yes.
right down the street is one of the most beautiful dog parks in our city.
Okay, very
Yes.
nice.
Yes, you please bring your animal. We have a small dog section and a big dog section. That way we keep down the...
Well, I still haven't given away the oil change.
Well, you got to ask a question.
I
Why don't you just ask how many gables are on the 7 Gables house? I mean...
I would, but you gave it away. What is, I don't know, what is the name of the event the Chamber's going to have in September, our big event for the year, where we honor all of our partners and members that we can in the community. And we do it out of Fort Pierce Business at Treasure Coast Lexus.
I don't even know that one.
You don't know that one? And what does B&I stand for? Business is a good guess. It's with the chamber.
What's the I? What's the I?
Yes. I'll give it to you,
All right,
Richard.
you got a
just
free
because,
oil change.
because that was a 20-minute trivia contest to get rid of. You got a
Yes.
free oil change courtesy of AMCO, but it's our Business and
Congratulations.
Industry Awards dinner. We do it the fourth Wednesday at Treasure Coast Lexus, which is a Fort Pierce business,
Yes, it is.
and we're excited about it. We have about 400 guests, and we kind of.
Did you invite me?
I always invite you. Always come. You come.
I don't remember
See, it was
an
real
invitation.
memorable, but you come.
Okay.
And so we're excited to do that. We also honor the City of Fort Pierce Police Officer of the Year at that event.
Oh, I will definitely be there.
And we do the same for Port St. Lucie. And we also do the Community Impact Award winner of the year. That's a Children's Services Award.
That's
we do
wonderful.
that at the Business and Industry Awards
Well,
as
I
well.
will be there. What's the date?
26th
Oh.
of September.
Really?
Yeah. 26th of September.
Oh,
It's a
please.
Wednesday night. And it's gorgeous. They clean out the showroom at Treasure Coast Lexus,
It's a
and
great place.
we fill the place, and we're at capacity.
Those are great community partners. The
Yeah.
Woods family.
The
They're
Woods family are
fantastic.
great
Yes.
community partners. All right, so we finally gave that away, so we can all go home now. We finally get to leave.
That was the big prize.
I know,
huh?
that was
oil
the big
change.
prize.
Okay.
Well, I want to thank everybody. I do want to mention a couple of things. The Chamber is a not-for-profit private sector business. We are not a government entity, and I don't think everybody knows that. So we are constantly doing a fundraiser is what that means. But right now we're doing an online auction, stluciechamber.org. That's stluciechamber.org. And you can go on and bid on any one of about 16 to 20 items at any given moment. And we have a Chick-fil-A basket of gift cards is on there. And we have a membership, 1-month membership to the Freedom Boat Club, which I am a member. I love it. You get on the boat and you get off the boat. That's
pretty cool.
yeah, you don't have to do anything else with the boat. I don't have to clean it. And of course, we also have a wine basket and a rum basket. So please go on there and help support the Chamber by bidding on those items, and we'll make sure you take them home. That's it for me. Thanks to Eric, and it looks like Patrick and Flynn are in there. I don't know where Mike is, and to PP Cobb for providing the arugula and coffee, and FPUA, of course, our sponsors and partners, and of course to the City of Fort Pierce for doing this with me every single month.
Wouldn't miss it.
All right. We'll see you next time, everybody.
Thank you.
Oh.